Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. So we're going to pick up again, play another one of these speedrun games. Sorry I haven't made one in a couple of days. I've been working long hours at work. They've changed my schedule this week because some people were on vacation. They're doing a bunch of end-of-the-year stuff and blah, blah, blah. So I've been really busy. Also, I need a haircut. So look, real the place I was working before, there was a guy that I was working with, and he's like, let's grow our hair out, man. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And I grew, like, dude, I look ridiculous. Look at this thing. It don't grow down, man. It grows, like, out. You know what I'm saying? I look like one of those chia pets. Y'all remember the chia pets? That's what I look like, dude. I need to do something with this. And I brush it. We're on a side quest now, but look at it. Like, I brush it, dude, and it still just looks ridiculous. I still look like a chia pet. You can't do nothing with this stuff. All right, anyway, let's play again. Oh, maybe we'll play a game. All right. So E4. Start simple here. This guy's provisional, it looks like, 422. All right, I'm going to take this. Generally, I don't take that. I've been playing like this and then going into this business here. Okay, so he hung his queen. So look, E4, D5, the Scandinavian. You take, and immediately you pressure the queen. Okay, that's the point of the knight move because you win a tempo. He's supposed to drop back with the queen, get it out of the way. But if he's not going to, we're going to take it. Queen was under attack and he missed it. And then here, unfortunately, he's hanging a fork. Yeah, let's just take the rook. So in positions like this, you know, it probably really would have been better to have taken the bishop there, because the bishop's in the game and we're already up an overwhelming amount of material. But I'm simply just going to take the better material, the rook, and then start trying to trade some pieces. This is a tempting move because it comes with check, but then where does my knight go? I'm going to take this pawn. That's a free pawn, so I'm going to take it. If it's free, you should take it. Okay, and now this, the problem here now is that this is a pin and it's attacked twice. He could add a defender like that, but now you take the defender and now the only defender is the king, which can't recapture. Yeah. Now, he is threatening to take that with check, but I would just simply recapture. But this move here, actually, when he steps out of the way, I have that blocking that anyway. So he can't actually do that now. All right. If you can walk into a pawn push, you probably shouldn't play the move. Not that, you know, I mean, again, this guy's already in bad shape, but I'm saying, you know, if you could do this generally, if you walk directly into a pawn like that, it's generally not a good idea to play the move. So let's just castle. See, we're not going crazy here trying to do anything wild. We're just developing our pieces. And I'm kind of thinking about just taking that rook, really. I don't think that's the best move. But just getting material off the board is to my benefit, and I am thinking about that. If I play check, he's got that. I'm just going to take it. I'll take that. And now here, you know, just, yeah. I mean, it's over now. Let's just see if we can get another queen and get a quick checkmate. But again, you know, the problem here is simply that you need to watch for undefended pieces, hanging pieces. This guy's 400. Yeah. Let's see if we could do another one super quick. This guy just lost out of the opening. So this guy's 685. So this, I think, is going to be the strongest opponent that we've played thus far in the speed run here. So we'll start with a Caro Kann. By the way, this is, I don't know if you guys can see. You see that? AL8? This is a Kentucky thing. But if you guys ever get the opportunity to try this stuff, this is good stuff. It's not alcoholic or anything. It's just like a soft drink, like a pop. But I kind of think I should push this. Now, by the way, you know, pushing your F-pawn is not great. I'm going to push this and take the center. We're playing a little bit unorthodox here. Our opponent is. None of this is like theory or anything like that. And I'm just going to take the center. If you're going to play this kind of stuff, then we'll just take the center. So, straight away here, this is attacked twice, but it's defended twice. But I could add another defender here, develop another piece, might as well. I don't have to go crazy doing anything wild here. F4 actually might be a playable move here. Maybe. Now, he wants to fianchetto. Now, you need to be careful about this kind of stuff because, well, no, I guess here you do have that defended, so it's fine, actually. I have this. I could play here and then just castle. Let's do that. Just get our pieces into the game. Now, knight to a4 is actually kind of an annoying move to face, I think, because it hits my bishop. Now, here, he can't castle. So I can, and I'm going to. We're going to try to get that done as soon as we can. And the thing about that move over here on a4, knight to a4, I'm going to have to move the bishop away, and that does give him the ability to castle. He could take if I go to b6, bishop to b6, and I don't really want to give him that bishop, especially with the f-pawn having been pushed like that. I don't really want to play that. So knight to here, immediately I'm thinking about doing this, but I don't want to open my king up, so I definitely don't want to do that. Now, takes, this. I'm threatening checkmate, and I'm threatening that. But the knight defends the bishop. So if he played that, yeah, that would stop checkmate anyway. So I don't think there's any merit to that. So where could I get this bishop out to? None of these squares work, so I have this square or this square. Probably this square makes the most sense because that allows my knight into the game. So let's go ahead and do that. So notice here, my knight has, well, this is the most likely route into the game. And I move the bishop first, so it's out of the way of this square, so when I'm ready to develop, I can. But I don't have to do anything crazy here. I don't have to go crazy trying to checkmate this guy. Look at his position. His bishop is awful. It's got nowhere it can go. It's in the way of the D pawn, right? His knight, his kingside knight, is developed over there out of the way in a less than ideal place. You know, he's really cramped here. Like he's not got a lot of things to do. So there's no reason to try to start going wild with any of this stuff. And he hangs a rook. He didn't lose an exchange. He drops a rook. So, again, undefended pieces. And then, like I said, in positions like this, you don't have to... Oh, man, my game's been going in the background the entire time. Ugh. Anyway, if you kind of play a position like this, and you keep putting pressure on them, and you keep developing your pieces, and you don't open it up for them to have good moves, and and so on, it becomes hard to find a good move, right? And here you just drop a rook. Just clean drop the rook. So, again, don't go wild trying to rip it open and all that. Just get your pieces into the game. Now, sometimes you want to rip the thing open, but you don't have to go crazy here. You don't have to go crazy. So he's got a little threat of his own here. There's no need to give up that that rook. So let's just play over here. So if he's going to castle, he's going to have to do it queenside. So queen to e2 is a reasonable move here. Just make sure, that you're paying attention to your pieces. Are they defended or not? So, really quick, this is undefended. That's an undefended piece. This is also undefended. This is undefended. That's undefended. That's undefended. So in order to defend the rook, I need to develop the knight. But I think for now we'll put that on pause. Let's take this and threaten his knight and just try to get our bishop out of here. I could have retreated the other direction, but this, why not? Go ahead and play it this way. Create another threat, win another pawn. And that knight, he's either going to have to move it or defend it. Now, again, how do you castle here? I'm not going to try to open up his position. So because if I trade pieces here, I think it could alleviate some pressure. So I don't really want to do that. Now this move, the problem with it is he could play that, and then I'm going to start getting chased around. But if I don't play that, I have this, that, and then maybe you could come into here, takes, opens up the queen. If I push, he's got that. I play here, he goes there. I don't really want to do that. I'm kind of thinking just come back. Oh, I can't because the knight would take. Alright, I have one piece that's not playing. Alright, hold on. Actually, though, he could push that. Let's not get our bishop trapped. I'm going to do this. I'm going to play this. I'm going to add more defense to this square. This also opens up the queen. So it is true that I have a knight that's not playing, but I think here that it's more important to try to go ahead and attack while we can. Oh. There's no threats over here that I have to deal with around that, undefended knight right now. So it's okay. And I'm also thinking, if I play this check, he could do that. But then that's a fork. If he takes, I could bring this guy in. Well, let's see what he does. Trade material would be fine with me. I'm not against trading here. I don't want to open up the center because these pieces are just in such a bind. I don't want to open that up. But over here, trying to trade around a little bit to create some lines, maybe. So now I have this check. You can't defend with a pawn anymore. So check. That's basically forced. Yeah, so let's go ahead and play that. So the king is going to have to move now. He's going to end up having to go to F1. So how could I... Okay. So that's a fork. That becomes forced. Then I capture. Yeah, let's do that. Now, if he takes, then that check becomes a problem. Then he could go here. Maybe play that. Because he can't do that or he loses the knight. Also, I had that, which forces him back. Maybe that was better. All right, so this is a discovered attack now. So this comes with an attack from the queen, right? A discovery from the queen. So this this move here, he could drop straight back again, but then he gets mated. So if I play this check, and he goes there, let's not do that. Let's not do that. So I like the discovered attack here. Right, because you could take this because it's check from the queen. It's also a check here, but that's not the point. You can't take the knight because you'd still be in check from the queen. So that's a check. And then what happens? Here. All right, let's start with it. Let's play that. Is that checkmate right here? Check here. Takes. No, that's not mate. I have that check, which hangs the knight. If I take, he could capture there. I don't really want to take that and open the queen, because that gets his queen in here and complicates it even more. Check. Defended by the knight. Pawn, pawn. You can't recapture. There it is. Alright. So, finally, this guy was resilient. You know, he made some mistakes. So, all right, first of all, in the Caro Kann, bishop to d3 is not a move. So, on move 2, which, look, at 600, I wouldn't expect you to know that. But I'm going to strike at the center, okay, and then he plays that f-pawn, which, again, we see so many times the f-pawn getting people into trouble. I'm sorry, buddy, I don't know. So, he plays it on move 3, and now I strike at the center. If you're going to give me the center, I'm going to take it. He plays the knight out, which, look, to be fair, he is developing his pieces. I develop mine, and notice here, I'm not rushing to try to immediately say, ha, you moved the f-pawn, that's checkmate. That move is going to be a problem. Just give it time. Build up the pressure. Get your pieces into the game. He plays this, trying to develop the bishop, and I put my bishop on the diagonal here. You just weakened. You know, if you move the f-pawn, I want this diagonal because this complicates things for you. He develops the knight, and I castle. So, you know, although his position is not great, my priority here was get my king side developed and castle. I've done that, so now I can start looking to try to open this up or whatever I want to do. He brings the knight around, which again, he's developing, getting his pieces into the game. Okay, I develop a bishop, add more defense to the d5 square, and then unfortunately he just drops a rook. I'm not sure what the idea of this was at all, but you know, my bishop here, because the f-pawn has been pushed, you lose the rook. Now, if the f-pawn had stayed at home, you wouldn't have that problem. But f-pawn got pushed, just lost a full rook. He attacks my rook. I just slide out of the way. And then he blocks his bishop for some reason, and I take this pawn. Okay, real simple. He comes back, and then here I start trying to get my pieces into the game. This guy is not in the game. He's not developed, and you could make the argument that I'm not fully developed. But I don't want to give him the opportunity to consolidate, and he's so weak over here that although I do have one piece out of the attack. Who's over here, or one piece out of the game? He's not playing. But who's going to attack this? Who's going to defend this king? There's nobody here. I mean, you got a couple of pawns, but that's it. I've got a queen, a bishop, a knight, another bishop. This pawn. I mean, I'm all up in the center of the board and swinging to the king side. So he plays that, and here we go. So remember, all of my stuff got developed. My king is safe. I prioritized that, and now I'm going to start attacking your weaknesses. So we didn't go crazy in the beginning, but now we're going to try to exploit this. He steps over. We play a check, bring our pieces even closer into the fight. He steps up, and here, you take. That's a double check. You can't capture anything. You just have to move. He goes there, and queen to f2. Checkmate, defended by the knight. So, again, just kind of remember when you're playing these games, especially around the CeeLo, when you see an opponent make a weakening move, you don't have to go crazy trying to punish it. It's going to happen. You're going to eventually get, something for that weakening move. I played here a while back. It's probably been 6 months ago, and I still remember it. I hadn't hit 1400 yet, and I played a guy that was like 1250, something like that. He was quite a bit lower rated than me, and he played the hippo. And I got all of my pieces developed, and I'm like, I'm going to punish this. I'm going to punish this. And I started launching pawns, and and eventually he beat me. He checkmated me, got me. And he got me in an end game, and I mean, at that point I resigned, because he was going to checkmate me. But anyway, point is, don't go crazy. Have a little patience, and just take advantage of the weaknesses that they make, and you're going to get some compensation for it. Just build up the pressure. You don't have to get something on the next move. You see the F-pawn push, you don't immediately have to go E5, and try to break it. No, just take your time, and it's going to come. Anyway, if y'all like that, like, comment, subscribe, all the things. Hope y'all learned something. Have a good day. See ya.